EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the double.
Mike's 59. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Showing up. Showing up.
Hey! They go.
They'll run on first down. Beckwith, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Hey, 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 hey.
Check 59.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Defense.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Come on, set. 15 line. 15 line.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Check 52.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Mike 52.
Get it.
On first down, Beckwith. They'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got him. Slam, slam, slam.
6-6, bullet high. Snap.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Ready? 18 gator.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Go. Now.
Check 59. 59. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Hatchet. Hatchet.
Fight.
They'll run on first down. Beckwith. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Panthers' 13-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got it.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. You're not ready. You're not ready.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
This is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On 1st down, Jarrett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Man, I got you. Smith. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Check. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Yes. Hey, Foxtrot.
54 Mike. Check, Janet.
Back to throw. Jarrett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
It's now third down and long.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
50's a month. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Shift.
Hey, lock it.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Look at me. Door. Hey, wahoo. Let's go.
Throwing on third and long. Jarrett. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Under 10. 10. He's coming. We got double up. No.
McCaffrey. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll try the left side. Beckwith. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. A great effort there. 77 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Panthers take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Second and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep for more and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
I got one.
Topper!
Check 25.
Get it!
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty.
General West! Go! Now.
They'll try the left side. Beckwith. Room to run past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Gator.
Yo.
Bravo.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. You better be afraid of me.
Hey, stand off.
Be afraid of me. He's checking.
Ready?
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
At the 7-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Let's take it at around the 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Come on, set, 8, read. Shoot. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. SOS. Undercrunch. Hey, rocket.
They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Ready.
3 down.
Hey, Charlie. Yep. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Jarrett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's see what you got.
To throw again. Jarrett. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brian Burns picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball with
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now this throw caught left side. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
That's their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Shit. Let go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Beckwith, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Hey, Alpha. Go.
59 mark. Check. 59.
From the gun, Jarrett. And a big loss goes here as he's taken down. Brian Burns getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Look, squeeze. Buzz. Let's go. Get set.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey. Hey, Delta. Deep grip.
Looking to throw. Jarrett flushed out right. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Stop your whining. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
You draw perfect. Snap.
They'll keep it on the ground. Beckwith. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 50. Check 50.
Hey, orbit.
Pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's complete downfield, out left to his running back. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Set. 10 logo.
Mike, 54. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Check.
Hey, exit.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Hey, tighten down.
Go.
Mike, 54. Mike, 54.
Five.
Back to throw. Jarrett, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone.
70.
He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Set.
Mike, 5-4.
Go.
Hey, one set. Check Mike, 54. Mike, 54.
Fair. Protein spill.
Tight dog.
Shoot.
To throw on third down. Jarrett. There goes a deep ball. In zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Second and 12 at the 18-yard line.
Here we go on second and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Switch.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And again this time to the tailback. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Saints on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
Team 6.
Check right 54. Right 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Break up.
Operating from the gun. Jarrett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. That was Patrick Peterson from his cornerback spot whirling in for the sack. The Panthers on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 40, 30, 10. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. 98 yards as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Gano for the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score.
16, Panthers 14.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
218, chop, lead grip.
They'll keep it on the ground. Beckwith 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Beckwith. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Right back to him on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Big edge, big edge, big edge.
Six, pull it high.
Check 49.
Watch the edge.
Five.
On second down now, Beckwith, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Hey, Echo.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the fly, watch the fly, watch the fly.
Now.
Watch the fly, watch the fly, fly. Mike's 54.
Smith.
54. I got you. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
From the gun, Jarrett. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Back to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cameron Jordan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Back to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll set up to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Intended for Curtis Samuel. Incomplete. Marcus Williams on coverage.
And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. A run there on 1st down, and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do.